Hey, this is the World Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is how Black businesses can start to become successful. In other words, advice for how Black businesses can actually start to succeed instead of the same cliche story. We do this, we do that, we do this, we do that, and we do not see any success, especially when it comes to business. So, for this video, I will discuss tips people can use. And through discussing those tips, obviously figure out what exactly can be done in order to make sure that our businesses in our community start succeeding. So let's get started with the first point. The first one, that I want to bring up. And before I get to that, I'm just going to explain the truth of the matter when it comes to business. There's two types of businesses: stationary businesses, where the person comes to you, and businesses where you move around, where you go different places. And a lot of those businesses, where people go places, like carpentry, roofing, and stuff, simply consist of, for those types of jobs, I should say, a lot of the people who tend to do those type of jobs don't actually show up on time. Now, this is something that has been going on in the Black community in general for years. We have a way of having people who go places and they just don't show up on time. They show up like sometimes, if you're lucky, an hour late. Literally. I know it's a bit different being someone from the Caribbean community versus someone in the American community, the African American community, but I know it's still the same. They show up late to everything. And if you're going to work at a job and you're going to show up late, and you have this Asian person who's going to show up 20, 30, who knows, even an hour early, okay? They always show up early. Then why the hell do you think we're going to want to work with you? And that's what Black businesses need to start doing. Okay, when it comes to the stationary businesses, where I mean, what well, you get the point. Like the business where they come to you, okay? They need to start actually showing up on time and not just simply showing up late all the time. And if you're someone who's a business owner, if you're watching this, start showing up early. And the more you do that, obviously the amount of people who will actually want to work with you will increase, because people have other things they have to do in life. If you're going to just simply show up uh 30 minutes, an hour late and stuff, no one's going to want to work with you, particularly when they can work with other communities of people when they who are actually going to show up on time. Okay, so that is the simple truth of the matter. Okay, I don't know too much about stationary business if they don't show up on time when you have to go there. Like they just simply say they're going to open it up at 9 o'clock and they don't, you know, and they open it at 10. I don't believe they do that for stationary businesses. But when it comes to business where they come to you, you have to they have to actually start showing up on freaking time, or else no one's going to want to work with them. So that's the first one, showing up on time. The second one that also should be mentioned, uh, that tends to be quite famous, is, of course, the one of overcharging prices for things. Now, when it comes to this particular issue, this is something Black businesses have been doing for a very long time, charging too much money for things, okay? And if you're and this one applies to both stationary and the businesses where they travel to go to places, okay? If you are someone who's running a successful business, okay, you're gonna sell things at a reasonable price, okay? If you're someone who is running an unsuccessful business, then it's a sign that, of course, well, you're not selling things at a good price. Because when it comes to selling things, there's something I refer to as the standard price, okay, which means that it's a price for things that usually is there. Like historically, I know it's a bit different now because of inflation, but historically, like if you're gonna get a meal of food, for example, like let's just say you're gonna get like a chicken leg, whatever type of chicken leg you are getting or something, whatever, type of chicken, whatever. If you're getting chicken with rice to sum things up, historically, you know, it would be about 10 something dollars. Even McDonald's historically, you could get like a McChicken burger, you know, at least up here in Canada, that's what we call it, with large fries and a drink for. So, yeah, like back to what I was saying though, like obviously, when you're selling things at a when it comes to selling things, like the two examples I gave just now, there's something known as an average price. If you want a meal of food and you want the largest order, usually it's about 10 something dollars historically. Now it's 11 something dollars or 12, I don't know. But you get the point. Like there's a standard price for when you sell things, okay? And this can apply to anything, whether it could be hair, whether it could be, if you're selling different types of accessories or whatnot, like you're selling like CDs or whatnot, there's something known as a standard price. And a lot of black businesses seem to just simply ignore that fact. There's a standard price. Like, for example, if I'm going to get a CD, I'm not going to pay, okay, like $150 for it. If it's a CD, which we already know is probably bootleg anyway, I'm gonna, for example, sell it for like $5 or $3. So that's the truth of the matter, you know, to be quite honest with you. So the truth is, when it comes to selling things, you have to understand what the standard price is, and obviously try to make sure that you can sell it as good as possible around that rough area. Okay, whether it's the same price or even cheaper, whatnot, you have to know how to do that properly. And a lot of black businesses do not do that. So the truth of the matter is, sell things at a reasonable price and stop overcharging things. So that's the second thing I want to mention. Okay. Now, the third thing to also do is to realize that when you're setting up a business, your mind has to be really in it. If you're someone who's just going to do something and you're not really all that serious, then don't set up a business. Businesses are very expensive, they cost a lot of money. Your mind has to be really in the freaking game if you're doing one. Okay? And a lot of black business owners do not do that. They do not take it very seriously. I can easily imagine and tell based on how they act. Okay? You have to take it very seriously. And also, of course, use promotion. Okay? If you're promoting things, that is a sign that you're actually being serious. You have to promote it and you have to have a good mindset. Like if you're expecting, oh, I'm going to see a customer today, then you're going to be dead wrong. You have to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. It takes a long time. That's why, like I said, your mind has to be really in it. It's there's even a saying, it takes months, 5 to 6 months to even get one customer. And like I think from how the saying goes, even another 5 to 6 other months to get a really loyal customer. Like business is not a joke. So your mind has to be really in it. You have to be willing to put your all into it. And a lot of people do not do that, and that's the reason why black businesses fail so badly, and they just go downhill so terribly. So the truth of the matter is, black businesses simply need to do better. And the truth of the matter is, if you can follow these tips and you take these tips actually seriously, you will see success as a black business owner. It's that simple. So, anyway, this is my video. This is all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed it. And that is all. If you like videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. And that is all. And simply put it, later.